Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab, and I'm back in the book. I got another meditative lesson for you today. This is the meditation as medicine for peace, aka Hotep, health, and spiritual enlightenment. My favorite. Let's talk about it. Right, this is 25 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to why God be true. We're gonna talk about right thinkers, P Funk's philosophy on how meditation as medicine for obtaining peace, health, and spiritual enlightenment. The big three. The ancient Egyptian proverb says, feed the ba with what endures. Good stuff. The truth. Okay? That's what endures. BS and lies won't last long. All right, let's talk about this. Many people in modern society today have learned to look toward what modern science for healing. Also, many people rely not only on man-made drugs, but also on herbs and natural extracts for promoting health. We know that. It must be clearly understood that physical health is a product of mental health, and the diseases of the body, including cancer and a common cold, which I got this morning, are caused by a person's karmic basis or the thoughts, feelings, sentiments, anxieties. Let me say this about anxiety. If you anxiety means you can't control your thoughts, your breathing problem. You don't need medicine for that. You don't need no pills for that. Calm the hell down. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Honey, no, you don't just calm the hell down. That freaks me out. But you have sentiments, anxieties, and worries of what? Their unconscious mind, which they have accumulated over what? You ready? Over thousands of lifetimes. Well, I reincarnate. No, 1,000 reincarnations. Okay, that means you really ain't getting it. That's what they saying. But this is because over a period of time, which may include, again, several thousand lifetimes, a person has intensified the feelings of negativity, and these have restricted or blocked the flow of what we call spiritual energy, which comes from the soul, aka your ba, and then passes into your mental plane, astral plane, and then the physical level. Thus, all mental illness arises when negativity is intensified in your own mind. You create your own problems, what they're saying. And where we go back here? What I wanted to say something about the mental plane. Oh, the ba. The ba is a bird. And if it's done right, it'll have your head on it. That means it's enlightened, it's going home. If the ba had the head of the falcon, or the bird that it is, the falcon, It means they didn't get enlightened, so they got to find another body. That's the concept of the body being what given only what's endured to your spirit self. But each form of what negativity, aka the ego, distorts the human being's spiritual energy. And this distortion leads to what? Mental and physical dis-ease in the body. Negative feelings and emotions will block and distort your spiritual energy while, pay attention right here, positive, harmonious thoughts, right thinking, and emotions promote what? The harmonious flow of your spiritual energy throughout the mind and the body. They got to come together. So therefore, those people who experience what? More stress in their life, more anger, more hatred, that's all egoistic tendencies. Okay? Tension, worry, anxiety, they will all be experienced in more illness. So it is important to what? Promote your mental health first and foremost. Get your mind right. As above, so below. If the mind is right, the body will follow. George said, free the mind and your ass will follow. I'm saying it for 50 years. He ain't lied. We were singing it, didn't have a damn clue. Some stuff I can tell people, if you don't get the symbolism or the hidden message in the phrase, you just saying the phrase. You don't know it, you don't understand what it means. So it had no significance to you just saying it. We do a lot of that, and that's that book y'all read, y'all get caught up in that. But again, mental health is important for physical health. Why? That's the purpose of meditating. Watch this. Now, the definition of insanity is in reality more common than people really realize. What you mean? Most people have come to what? Believe. We live in a belief system of religious concepts. And most people have come to believe that what? Giving vent to emotions, expressing your anger, and allowing anger to be expressed. Excuse me. Everybody feel the need to be expressed in a healthy way of living. Indeed, but emotions such as anger can cause dire effects when suppressed. But the answer is not to allow it free expressions whenever one is at their boiling point, or when they get what we call pissed off or upset, angry. This philosophy has developed as what? A way of modern society, way of coping with the increasing stress and tension of modern society. Everybody's going through a bunch of issues in their life, so they're stressing and they're freaking out. Okay? Slow down, meditate, get a grip. Instead of realizing that this stress is unnatural, trust me, and it's undesirable. You can't like it. Psychiatrists, and other leaders of society seeks to what? Rationalize it and get people to accept it as a normal factor of human life. And it's not. It's not. But from a yogic perspective, extremes of emotions are signs of severe, you ready? Ignorance and mental dullness, aka illness. Extremes of emotion and ignorance only leads to a degraded state of human existence. People like that are always angry, upset, and they never satisfied with themselves. Why? They're causing their own demise and don't know it. That's why. That's the insane part. Examples of this what? Are people who express anger, hatred, and greed what? Toward others. Some people just love it. And in a more degraded state, these people will end up doing what? Violence against others. In an even more degraded state, these people will be unable to sustain what we call normal reality relationships in life, and they will be what? End up homeless or need to be institutionalized. Stop right there. When I was coming up, if you was on the corner talking to yourself, you were doing things out of character, they would call the hospital and they would send the people in the white coats, take you, put you in the room and check you out. psychiatric hospital. We had Greystone, Cedar Grove, but now they done close all them down. So all those people who still ain't mentally competent is walking free. They need to be medicated, institutionalized, but they're not getting the help. So now they in society, and y'all starting to make it normal. I know a guy walking around a big ass head, a tiger head in his head. Dude, what's the malfunction there? Again, they let that be normal. No, somebody need to let them know. No, that's not normal. But we let it go. If my day, this has to be in, in the room somewhere. Thorazine up, doing the Thorazine shuffle. Now they don't do that no more, okay? But they was, and the reason why psychiatric hospitals closed up was no money in it. Why? A lot of people was faking. A lot of people, when they lose it, and they couldn't help them. So there was no progress. If you got a 10% ratio, that's not success at all. You got crazy people come in and they leave it crazy. Something ain't being done. So yeah, we don't have them no more. You got psychiatrists, but they don't have no places to house the people and work with them. Why? Ain't no money in it. Nobody spending money on that. All right. But again, mental health and being a spiritual brother and a man of thinking, mental health is one of our major problems. Lack of knowledge, ignorance. That's the mental health. That's an illness. When you're ignorant of the things that you need to do for yourself, you're going to have some issues with your own life. Okay? Mental health denigrates the more a person engages in what? Negativity, egoism, which draws the mind down to what we call the dull state. You just in that relaxed, laid back mode, ain't right trying to do nothing. But the idea of a personality who has integrated all aspects, your emotional, your intellectual, and the action, and you will or should be kept in view. You should be watched. You need to be under observation. They got this new drug, Molly. Okay? And once you do Molly, you're going to see God, and you ain't coming back. Back in my day, I said I keep my bags packed for a trip. I take a tab of acid, I trip and bug out. Okay, but you come back. Molly, you don't come back. You just keep going. I don't want Molly. I don't want to be hot. No. But people do it every day. They know that. Moving on. That whole drug thing, I got no sympathy for them people. Why? That's their own doing. They own worst enemy. I tell you that all the time. If your addiction to do something that you know is wrong for yourself, if you got no wherewithal, no willpower, no self-discipline, you're going to have to suffer through what? The consequences of your actions, because they're not going to be good. So you will suffer. Okay? Where we at? But, okay. Now here it says, the idea of personality who engages. Okay. Now such a personality will not be affected by the course of others, nor by inner anxieties and fears. Once you control how you think, your action, you'll get better. But this is the idea which we have been promoting throughout this whole book. It is attainable by anyone who sincerely applies themselves to the teachings and practice of right thinking philosophy. If you put it to use, it'll work for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I use it every day, and I'm here to show you and tell you. Therefore, you should try to what? Rise above your emotional, egotistical anger, hatred, greed, fear, anxiety, etc. Those are things that you have to take care of within yourself. Through the teachings and the daily practice of right thinking philosophy, it will present that we present this volume, this book. So now, what? The yoga practice, aka right thinking philosophy, this means that as you cleanse your heart by doing the right thing, living right, heart purification, and you become more what? Mentally lucid. That means you're conscious. And lucid dreaming is when you wake up in the dream and realize that you're in a dream. You can train and practice for it. I do it all the time. But you got pure, what's this? You're mentally lucid. You have pure and harmonious. You will be clearing up your mental complexes, and in turn, now you will be able to promote good physical health within yourself. I'm in the gym every day. Why? That's to take care of the body. praying, meditating, and studying, all that's fine. But the body got to get his. So that's why I'm in the gym before sunrise. But when you learn to reflect on the following, which is what? You say that you want peace. You want harmony in your life, in the world. And yet, you cannot maintain peace in your own life. Oh, you want to save the world? You ain't saved your damn self. Okay, be a crusader for self first. Save the world for later. Do you engage in extremes of emotions, meaning excitement when it's good, depressed and angry when it's bad? Then you're not in control. Okay? Do you express anger, hatred towards others? You're not in control. Do you eat meat and other products that's not good for you that will produce violent killing of animals and our negative substances which deteriorate your physical and mental state? If you're in a vegan, you're a meat eater, that's fine. Everybody got the choice to make. And again, just be willing to pay the price for the choice and decision that you make, because it's going to come with consequences. Simple as that. But, and again, do you show contempt for others and you refuse to acknowledge your kinship to them? Think you're better than other people? You ain't ready. Do you engage in racism or sexism? Do you engage in gossiping or participating in forms of entertainment which agitate the mind, such as violent shows, murder, death, kill? I watch game shows, educational stuff that I can engage with. I ain't trying to watch all that nonsense, okay? But and it's a degraded others, like what? Do you watch pornography or political propaganda? Do you turn away from people when they are trying to tell you something? Most of us don't want to hear what someone's got to say to us. Don't want to take advice. Why? They know everything already. So, are you one of them? You know somebody like that? If not, check the mirror. But nobody can tell you anything about yourself. I agree with that. Why? I know me. You can't tell me about me. You can give your opinion about me, what you think, or how you feel, but you can't tell me nothing about me. Moving on. But in order to help you, in order to experience true peace, hotep, and harmony in one's life, you yourself must be able to promote, you ready? Purity of heart in your own life at all levels. That's called self-mastery. You cannot simply just run around talking about it and not trying to practice or implement it in your daily life. That's the only way it's going to work. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. This is a good one. I hope you get the lesson. The idea that a human being is supposed to grow old and senile and feeble as he or she grows old is backed up by what? Total ignorance and a distracted and dull lifestyle. My mom, 87 years old, says she living her best life. She got an agenda laid out. She's going here, she's doing that, she's doing her thing. So she ain't just sitting around letting life go by. She's living. That's how you got to do in this thing. Live it to the end. Why? You only get one shot. Take it to the max. Okay, go all the way. So if you live properly, you don't get 87 years old not living properly. Mother-in-law, she's 87, she's blind and independent, live by herself. And you don't get that without putting some work in. And you taking care to what? Reduce your personal anxiety. That's what your daily meditation is for. And to practice the art of harmonious living, aka meditation. And by doing this, now you will increase your own wisdom and gain mental clarity and spiritual awareness, even as the body deteriorates. You're getting old, but you still got your faculty, you still got your knowledge. As you approach that time of death. Therefore, the meditative mind is always in good shape. A meditative lifestyle, it should be promoted in our society. I know a bunch of Christians who don't meditate. Okay? Now, why? It should be as a means for telling us how for improving our mental and physical health, harmony in society, and spiritual evolution, for all. We don't teach that. Meditation is the best medicine. Let me say it again. Daily meditation is the best medicine that will help reduce stress, anxiety, restlessness, dullness, ignorance and to increase your inner peace, harmony, and your spiritual awareness. These are things that you can control and take care of yourself. So therefore, you can now substitute your mental and physical dependency on drugs. Get them away. Parties and other addictions that you can't seem to do without. And that's, if you know it's wrong, you can't stop. That's a you problem. Okay, your discipline got to get better. And for what truly endures, and it brings abiding happiness and bliss when it's done correctly. What meditation is the path which will allow you to what? Not simply release your tension, but also to overcome and help transcend all your negative, egoistic concepts that's based and painful in life. When you still live egotistical, you're going to get mad, upset, because when it don't go your way, you're going to react in a nasty, bad manner. You got to get control of that. And thus, we're back to that again. Anger, hatred, greed, all led by ignorance, vanity, jealousy, covetousness, lust, longings, urges, cravings, and all forms of tension and stress are to be considered as mental diseases. You correct them in your mind, you meditate on a regular basis, and you won't have those problems. No drugs, no medication, no doctors. These diseases of the mind, take them home right now. These diseases of your mind, without meditation, will keep the mind in a low state of what we call dullness. Down here, beastly nature. Such human beings, what's this? These human beings who are being led, who leads themselves or hurt himself or herself down that negative road of experiences in life, and always doing what? The same thing and expecting a different result. That's insanity. That's mental illness at its best. So daily meditation and we changing and practicing to live a meditative lifestyle. I told you I'm God conscious. I keep God on my mind all the time. And a meditative lifestyle are the preferred treatment for what? In order to eradicate all your ignorant ills. Your ills of ignorance of oneself. Gain spiritual knowledge, self-knowledge, and you will be a better person. Trust me. That's what we're here for. Other than that, you're going to come back again. If you don't get it right, knowing thyself before it's over is the key. That's the goal for right thinkers. That's it. I got to go. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Daily meditation is always better for anything than any kind of medication. That's the real medicine, meditation. Conquer this thing right here. All right, in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know my right thinkers who understand meditation as medicine for peace, health, and spiritual enlightenment, they passed away. Get your mind right. Come listen to Mr. Right.